Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am LISET RIVET for those of you who may not know me. Today I'm going to do a makeup look on this look that I am wearing right here. So if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. So first things first, whenever I'm about to do my makeup, I always put my hair up just so it's out of the way. I have a lot of baby hairs that tend to get in the way, so I always like to wear a headband too, but I cannot find it for the life of me right now. So I'm just gonna go with the clip today. I have some acne breakouts that I can feel coming on and that definitely are. So first things first, I always like to take care of that first. Always use a cleanser, always use a good moisturizer. Just do a good facial cleaning routine right before you do your makeup so that it goes on more smoothly and just more pristine on your face. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a tip that I always use. Like here and here, I can tell that I have some pimples or zits that are coming in, especially up here in this area. So what I like to do is I use Advil Liquid Gels. I know that that sounds kind of crazy. So I open the Advil and you can see the liquid gel right in there. So what I do is I take a Q-tip. So I just take any normal Q-tip. I dip it in that gel and then I just apply it to spots on my face that you can tell where a pimple's gonna come and that has swelling. Now, I tend to leave it on for about, maybe 3 minutes before I go and rinse it off. The longer that you keep the gel on, the more the swelling will go down. So I also put it on acne that is coming in, and not only the ones that are already swelled up, because it also kind of just tends to make them smaller, I guess you could say. So I try to use as much as the gel as I can, just so it's not like going to waste. But this is kind of my go-to trick whenever I need to treat some acne. I have some other tips too, but I will leave that for a video dedicated to how to treat your acne. So what I like to do first is always put primer on my face. Primer is very important before you put makeup because primer is what keeps it on all day long. The one I'm gonna use today is the NYX Pore Filler. This one is my go-to when I'm just like running errands or doing something out on the town, mostly because I use my higher end products for when I am actually going somewhere special. So I'm just gonna use my blending sponge today. I'm gonna go in with my favorite foundation. It's the Lancome 24-Hour Foundation. I'm in the color 320 Bisque W. This is my favorite foundation. It is my holy grail of all foundations. It will last you the full-on 24 hours through anything you do. I only literally put just one pump on my hand, and that is all I will need for the whole day. So once you are done putting on your foundation, normally the next step is concealer. Now, here's the thing. The look that we are doing today, the consistency can be a little powdery and can create fallout from the products right here. So I tend to like to put concealer on after I have done my eyeshadow. So we're gonna actually go in with eyeshadow next. Today, I'm using one of my favorite palettes. It is the Naked Urban Decay Heat palette. So if you have blue or green eyes, these type of tones make your eyes poppy. So for eyeshadow, I'm gonna start my base first. We're gonna start using this one first. It is called Chaser, and you're just going to apply that all over your lid. So I'm gonna go in with this color, Cayenne, right here. So I'm gonna pick that up with my brush, and we're going to apply it right here. You're going to pat, you are not going to brush, you just want to pat it right into your lid here. And then with a blending brush, you're gonna go in and you're just going to circle around that first color. So So once you have this completely blended out all over your lid, you want to go in with a lighter color because we started out with the darker one. So the lighter tone that I want to go into using is this one mixed with this one right here. So this one is called Low Blow mixed in with Soulst right here. And you're going to put that right into your crease. I'm gonna go in with that chaser color that we used in the very beginning, taking another blending brush and applying that on the very outer corners of my lid, right into here. And that kind of tones it down a little bit. See over here how it was just getting darker and darker, and you probably could build on that and even make it darker if you wanted to. But I like to take a color to actually tone down. I'm gonna be done with this palette for the time being. I might go in and freshen up once I get to the end of my routine. Next, I'm gonna go in with the concealer now. So, see I have some fallout down here in this area. That's what the concealer is for. It's going to clean that up. So, I'm gonna spray more rose water and then go in with my concealer. The concealer that I am using today is LA Pro Conceal in Light. This one I'm just going to fan out a little bit under my eyelids. I'm going to go in with my Hoola Bronzer. Take some of that, go in around your forehead. Bring the bronzer to your cheekbones. I always go like this. And then it creates where I like to blend my bronzer. I like to go just under my chin to just kind of sharpen that jawbone. Next, after the bronzer, what you're going to do, I always like to put a little bit of the translucent powder right under my eyes and my smile lines, and it kind of tones down the bronzer a little bit, especially during the winter, because it can just be too much bronzer when there's like tons of snow outside, because we know no girl is really that tan when it's like 30 degrees outside. So I put a little bit of the translucent powder right under to set, and also where my smile lines are. Now for blush, I like to use the Nars blush in Orgasm. It's probably my favorite, all-time favorite blush to use. This blush goes well with pretty much any color eyeshadow that you do. So it's kind of my just go-to. The next thing I usually like to do is do my eyebrows. I am not the best when it comes to brows. I don't have any, obviously, as you can see. Mine are very thin. Rule of thumb with eyebrows to always remember is to use your pupil as the measuring tool. Just below your pupil at a diagonal is where your brow should begin. Then you go the opposite direction at a diagonal. It is where your eyebrow should end. Some make it way far out here. I have baby hairs that are like really close in this area, so I can't make an eyebrow that comes out far. So that definitely depends on the shape of your face. Mine is more of a oval to it, so I definitely like to curve mine down. And then the last rule to remember is going straight from your nose to right on top of your pupil, I believe, is where your arch should begin. So what I mean by arch is that when you get to this point, so like using me as an example, if I were to measure me, I have my brow brush right on top of my pupil, right where my nose tip ends. This is where my arch should begin. So I come to here, making the brush stroke straight. Once I get to this corner is when I curve it to go downwards. So if that makes sense, those are kind of the rule of thumbs, especially when it comes to drawing your brows. Next step, mascara. So my all-time ride until I die mascara is the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara in Carbon Black. The thing I love about this mascara is the wand, okay? So the wand is thin. So if it, see, can you see that? So the wand is super thin, and I have very thin hairs on my lashes, so this type of wand seriously gets every single one, and it really just fans out your lashes, so they're not clumping, they're not too thin, it is just right. And I will swear by this mascara until I die. They have some higher end ones that I like as well, like the Better Than Sex mascara. There's also the Lancome one that I really like. There's a ton out there on the market that are really good as well, but you are not gonna find one for a better price that does the job just as well than this mascara. I am telling you, trust me, this mascara just works. It could be different for other people. Strongly depends on the lashes that you have. Like if you have thicker lashes, I can see this not working out for you, but for me it has been my very best friend. So I'm gonna go in with this one on my top and bottom lashes. And just like that, my lashes are done. I'm telling you, that stuff just, I don't know, it works like magic. Let's go in with our highlighter next. I'm going to apply more of the rose water. Okay, and that most likely will be the last time I use it. It kind of just sets everything in, let the moisture sink in, and it also makes your face nice and wet for when you apply your highlighter. I'm going to go in using the Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Moonstone highlighter. That is a name. One of my all-time favorites is definitely this highlighter. They also have the Champagne Pop, which is by Jaclyn Hill, another favorite of mine, but I'm going to go in with this lighter set one because the Champagne Pop is a little too wow for me right now, and I'm just going to the movies and I'm not trying to blind anyone if they turn around. So we're just gonna go with the Moonstone. Oh, look at that, it just shines. Now before we go in with our lips, we need to apply our setting spray. So this might trip you up a little because I did put the rose water in my old canister that I have, but I actually have the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. So this is the spray, and I'm going to spray that just all over my face. The greatest thing about a setting spray is it literally, it's like almost glue for your makeup. It just keeps everything right in place where it needs to be. The last step I'm going to go in doing are my lips. So today I am going to use the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. This is in Stolkholm, okay? It's one of my favorites. I think this color will go really well with the shadow. I did a little bit of a cranberry shadow, then a smoky brown to it, mostly for the sake of what I'm going to do. I didn't want to do anything too dramatic. I mean, it is a Saturday and snowy, and I'm just going to the movies after all, so there's no reason to go above and beyond. So I'm going to take this all over my lips. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. You know what? It might be a little too light for me. I'm gonna grab a different one. 1 second. It might be a little bit too light for the look that I'm going for, so I'm gonna mix the Stolkholm in with the Bow and Arrow from the Kat Von D Liquid Matte Lipstick line. Let's see how that turns out. See, it is just the perfect color for this look. I love how lipstick can really just bring a look completely. Now, to go a step further, let me tell you about a favorite product of mine lately. It is the Satin Gloss in the flavor Hot Cocoa from Victoria's Secret. I'm really addicted to it, so I'm going to apply this one right on top. Tastes like chocolate. So that about completes this makeup look. I'm going to go change and I will be right back. But first, do you want to see a trick? Okay guys, that was it for this makeup tutorial. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys all in my next video. Okay,